All right, guys. Out about cannabis.
Hello.
Your hosts, Val and Ange. Say hi, Ange.
Hi, good to see you guys.
All right, so we are at downtown Cava in Punta Gorda.
Very cool location.
It's
you
a
haven't-
secret.
No, yes.
You can't. It's really hard to find
It is. You have to drive around the block a couple of times.
for about 20 minutes. The city
and then
isn't that
hope
big.
I waved you down.
She
I had to
waved
go
me
out.
down. It was
way.
really hard to find.
It is.
So anyway, but we're trying to check out the places around and of course shop locally. Plane. I feel like I'm in Key West with the plane going over,
Right.
and I have to stop talking.
Right, empty.
So anyway, you know that we're still working on, even though this is our YouTube show, we're still working on our lessons and everything. And I am
Right.
on week 6, and you're almost there. But one of the things that they want to talk about are different ways to ingest this plant. I started. My mom, she has shaking. Her hands were shaking. I started her on a quarter of a gummy.
Right.
That's a 1-to-1 ratio. So the equal parts THC and CBD. And I started on the corner because I'm not trying to get her, especially since it's daytime. I don't want to get her blown out and
Right.
sitting in the chair like couch lock. But I wanted to stop the shaking and everything. And I asked her this morning. I says, "How is the shaking?" She said, "I don't know." She hasn't thought about it. She
Good.
hasn't. So,
Good.
when something stops and you don't realize and you're. But so anyway, we did get up to 1 gummy. I mean,
That's
this was as a
fantastic.
process, and it does not blow her out or anything. She's not couch locked. She's not stoned.
Capable of getting things done throughout the day.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, and she seems brighter and happier and more engaged and everything. It's very interesting. I started her with the nighttime, which is just an indica to sleep because she's tried melatonin and all those things. So for her and most elderly people, the ingestion method usually is an edible because they don't want to smoke.
Right, and it is healthier for you when you look at it. It's not cycling through your lungs. It's not getting those pollutants in
Yes.
it.
Because like they say, you're not going to get cancer from the cannabis, from smoking, but you might get other issues.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I mean,
Possible.
I have a
It's
smoker's
possible.
cough, but I also
Yeah.
smoke cigarette. I smoke American Spirit. My thought is it's all tobacco. You
Right,
know.
right.
Okay. So with so that's one method, edibles.
That's the way that's what I choose.
Do you?
Preferably.
See,
I do.
I think what I have found is if I have to work and Thursday and Friday, I have to do a double. So I have to make sure that I regulate. I'm going to be there 12 hours. If I don't regulate what I need, I'm going to crash.
Right.
And I'm not going to be able to function and close the place.
Right.
Smoking. So people smoke. I think I have it. Hold on.
The dryer.
So
vape?
well, okay, so yeah, so you don't. This is the best way that they're saying to if you're going to smoke, to vape. Sorry about that, guys.
Right.
I was not prepared for this. The packs.
And it is nice. I noticed it didn't irritate my throat at all when I tried that the first time too.
It didn't irritate my throat, but I think because it's so new and my palate, I can taste all the off-gassing. When something's new, the chemicals have to release. It's called off-gassing. That's why like some people get sick in new homes and stuff, and they get
Right.
like flu-like symptoms.
Right.
It's a chemical off-gassing. But this is you still have to put
Well, that's
the
coming
decarb.
from the product itself. So
Oh, yeah,
you know,
chemicals,
yeah, right.
and everything like
it's-
that.
That's what you really want to be certain of when you're looking at your
So-
product. You can get the regulations on it.
Right, so you just do. Oh, see, I think this is the one that remember I told you had to grind it. So you do have to grind it. And Angela was like, "I'm just gonna throw it in there." That is not what to do because then
Right.
it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And then
I broke it up a little bit, but not enough for it to work properly.
Well, yeah. So you press, and anyway, they say that this is they. I always want to know who
They
is,
are.
right? Who is
Is it the
they? If
people that
anybody
designed
has
this
that,
little kit?
right? So they do say if you're going to smoke, that's probably the best way to do it and everything. So what else we got? We got edibles. Oh, we can do.
Oh yes,
Drinks,
the
teas.
kava drinks that we got here, and it does.
That's the edibles though, because you can make it out of anything. You got the sugar, the oils. Ooh, okay. So concentrates. concentrates. Those are the little syringes. I don't think I
Yes.
have any of those with me.
And that's going to be your RSOs that you see in the dispensaries.
And RSO is Rick Simpson oil. He, his cousin, if I'm understanding this correctly, his cousin got cancer, and then he was like, oh man, I'm doing cannabis, CBD, and you know, there's still the stigma, which out about cannabis, we're trying to end the stigma. And Rick was like, I'm not doing that. And then I think he got like a tumor on his throat. Anyway, he decided to decarb the whole plant and make it almost into a tar. And he put that in, he cured himself.
Right.
It's
Right.
So anyway, that's why it's called Rick Simpson oil, but it is everything. When I'm in a lot of pain, I use the concentrate, also called distillate, and just a little drop, like a rice size.
See, I find I can do that, just a tiny bit of that throughout the day.
And you're fine.
And
it
I'm
regulates.
okay.
It regulates.
Right.
Because remember,
And
guys,
it's
we're
not
trying
too much for you.
We're trying to regulate our endocannabinoid system because it's off balance, right? So, you know, they have shatter, they have one of those things. Let's see.
The dab.
The
There's
dabs. Yeah.
And that from, you know, I know that they're using a lot of that for
It's too
for
much
opiate
chemicals.
withdrawal.
Oh, is it?
They are.
Oh.
They are. They're trying to get high doses
I did-
of it into the system to
Now that makes
relieve
sense.
to relieve the symptoms.
It's just way
of,
too much for me.
Right. It's not something that we need on an average basis.
You were
Right.
just the cream. The cream.
Oh,
That's
yes.
another way. The
yes,
cream.
it is. It
pink
is.
cream.
And I've started using it myself because I have a
Me too.
ton of skin damage, and it's from living in Florida my whole life. And
You go to the beach all the time. That's your
right,
saving grace.
right,
So
and it is. It's a place I like to go and relax.
Right.
But I've started using it on my arms, legs, and I'm noticing skin spots. Those are going away. I have a lot of deep wrinkles. That's starting to go away. So it's really made an improvement in my skin. It's,
you want to hear the most weirdest thing I'm hearing is the suppositories.
what is this?
It's you put them either in your, I gotta be all grown up now. I
Right.
use grown up words. You either put them in your rectum or your vagina.
Okay.
But they're saying that it helps with UTIs. Which, dang
No-
it, guys, the
no
UTIs
kidding.
are from dehydration. So just, we should be
Right.
drinking our water anyway. Make sure if you are not doing your water and your electrolytes, then you're going to just trash everything and nothing's going to work the way it is supposed to,
That's
right?
what our body's made
Right.
up of. Water. You need lots of it. Drink it. I promise it's going to
Yeah.
help. And it will.
It will. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have the smoking, vaping, ingestion, which are the edibles, oils, juicing, teas, sublingual, which we're talking about the distillate and the concentrate, the subdermal patches, the vaginal, the rectal, topicals, which
Right,
you use the
right.
cream, and I do have a pain cream that I use. So
And,
those,
and there was a girl that was at work, Jane. Anyhow, tremendous amount of back pain. Tremendous. She used this. She said it worked better than anything else she's ever
I
tried.
gave it to her because we were walking out. It was like 12 o'clock at night. She was like, I can't move my hands. I says, here, try this. And she was like, what is this miracle stuff? This like literally, and I'm like, well, this is, you know, for its THC and CBD, and I don't know how, if any of y'all know how to help me get rid of the stigma. I think that we're trying.
We are. Just by talking about it right now.
Yeah.
And other individuals talking about it too.
Yeah.
And not being ashamed that this is what they use as a medication to make them feel balanced.
Right. And so there are many different ways. It's just not about toking down.
Right.
That you can use this plant with and everything. And it's impressive to see that my mom can sleep and that my mom has stopped shaking, you know, because I mean, the older that our loved ones get, we want to make sure that it's pain-free and
Well, their endocannabinoid system, you know, if it's not in balance, if people haven't had proper diet, haven't had the right nutrition, don't go and exercise every day, all of those factors are playing a part on why their endocannabinoid system is going just crazy.
right.
So you
Right.
know, this is a little bit of a fix for them, but incorporating all those other things is going to make a huge difference too. I mean, I'm 47 and in the best shape of my life. And
I'm
I
56. I don't. You know what?
You
I'm
look
in
fabulous.
bed. You look
Fabulous.
fabulous. I don't.
Thank you.
But this plant is helping, and I can notice like, okay, I have to pay attention to my body though. If I have a slight headache coming on, probably haven't drank my water or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Y'all need to pay attention to your body. You know what's working for you, it might not work for me.
Right.
But finding all these different ways to ingest this plant and use it is absolutely wonderful. So,
It is, and kava we've found is another one of those things that helps your endocannabinoid system even function better. So
yeah.
that's something you could add to it as well.
Yeah, I like feeling balanced. I
do
like
too.
having the energy and the clear headedness, and of course, since we are having to research on ourselves, you know, it's still sometimes where it's like a oops.
And it is because, well, when you're, especially for women, when we have our hormones start going out of whack throughout the month, it's keeping that in balance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah. So
so-
there's like,
sometimes that's not easy to do. It isn't. But we
right?
try.
Is
but
your
we
is
try
your
it.
woman crazy? Get her on cannabis. We can. I mean,
Have everybody. We'll save
What if-
marriages across the
well, so,
world.
right? Well, there is. Speaking of that, there is a sex lube. I guess if that's what you want to
It
call
is.
it.
It is.
To enhance. And actually, a lot of women have been finding that, oh my God, I've had no feelings and no sensations, and now all of a sudden I do, because you're balancing things,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So everything's starting to work the way it's supposed to. So it's pretty cool. So I know that
I
was a
would wonder
long.
from a male's perspective too, if we could get it. If any males have used it and noticed that they get the same sensation. I haven't spoken to any, so you know.
Oh, so guys,
If you use it,
if
and
there's
you've
any
noticed,
guys that
yes.
are watching our show that use, what would it be? Like
lube, it's
Lube.
lube, cannabis lube.
sex lube.
Yeah.
Lovers lube. Happy lube.
Happy
Happy
stuff.
enders. Woo! Well, yeah, but I would need, you would have to do it because I would need a partner person, and I'm not. So that's
I'm not
on you.
either, so
That's on you,
it's-
man. I'm not. All right, so
I'm
if
happy
anybody
with me right
if
now, but-
right, I can take care of myself.
Right.
So if anybody
We'll see
wants
how it
to,
works
to
that
try
way.
this, let us know because
Right.
we can whip up a batch and see.
Right.
Okay. All right, guys. So this
I'm
is
excited to try it myself.
Okay. Out about cannabis. If you have any questions, spread it around. Stop the stigma, guys.
Yes, please do, because there's many of us that are out there that have wonderful lives, that have great jobs, and are doing very well. Being
Productive.
honest. Yes, very productive.
We're doing the show. I work, you work. I take care of my mom. I'm helping my daughter right now.
Right.
I mean, we're going to school. Holy dear goodness.
What
You're-
don't we have on our plate?
And literally, this plan is helping us
It is.
do that.
It is. I think so too.
All right, kids.
Out and
Until
about.
next time. Bye.
Bye.